Hello, here I am again with some more jewelry to take apart. We've got a gorgeous bracelet here, which I might have been supposed to take apart in my last video. I don't know. I think I remember talking about it. Well, if I didn't, here it is in this video. This is a brand new necklace. I bought a bunch of jewelry from a wholesaler in New York years ago, and it wasn't what I thought it would be. It was a bunch of this kind of stuff. But those are cool beads, and I can use them. Simple necklace. I just want some of these fiber optics, and then I still got some cool chain I can use. Really nice piece. This one's got some cool charms that I can take off. They're double-sided, really cool necklace. It's got both dark and light chain on it, and it is a loft piece, but I couldn't sell it. I tried. You know, a lot of people think jewelry's, I get crazy when I listen to a yard sale video. Oh, it's Trifari. Oh, it's loft. Oh, it's this. I've never sold a Trifari piece. If I have, maybe once. I've listed dozens of gorgeous vintage Trifari pieces. I could never get any of them to sell. This is just a nice magnetic bracelet that has some gorgeous alternating white and pink pearls that I'll keep. I love filigree, and this one has a lot of great filigree on it. Same with this one, some pretty filigree and lots of different colored chain. And then this one has some nice leaf. It's got a pair of earrings and 2 leaf pendants that I can harvest off of that. This one we got to look at. There's some missing parts, like missing rhinestones. The beads around the jewels are missing. So as pretty as it is, I can't really use it the way it is. This one's got a this is heavy, really heavy pendant, and then some cool looking beads, kind of rustic looking. I like them. And this is basically really soft and neat to feel, but it's just bead caps. It's got a nice, interesting clasp. I don't know. I think you have to do that. Yeah. But I'll show you this one. This one's going to be interesting because I think I'll pull these off the table for a minute. I believe these are just bead caps. Yeah, they are. Watch this. I've gotten several of these over the years, and I've never taken, I don't think I've ever taken one apart, but these are all just bead caps in different, and I'll hold on to this clasp. I'll just cut it there and hold on to it. It's very different, but look at, these are bead caps. There's gold bead caps. I've never had any gray. There's black bead caps. So this is a mother load of bead caps. Look at this. These are like an enameled gray bead cap. They're super cool. And it felt neat to the touch, but I think the bead caps are even cooler. This one's another easy one. I'm just going to cut right behind this first bead, and I'll hang on to that hook, and this will just be a real easy, pull everything off. That's interesting. It's stringed through kind of a leather tube. That's neat. I'll hang on to both of those little leather tubes. And then this is the clasp, and I'll just cut the string off. Oh, that's wire. I'm going to cut wire with this. Oh, it's fighting me. These wire cutters are crap. I gotta get new ones. I'll have my husband find me a... Well, anyway, I'm just gonna have to... There, just get the most of it off and throw that away. And here's some neat... These are wood. I didn't even know they were wood. I thought they were some kind of stone. Those are actually wood. I like those. Wow, those are cool, and I've got a ton of them. And then these, I don't know if they're ceramic, plastic, or what, but they're cool, and these are some small wood. So that, and then this is really heavy. I can't even explain to you how heavy this piece is. It's like a piece of lead in your hand. And then it's a gold tone with dark accents. So these are really cool beads. And then this one, I just got the, oh, let me see here. I thought those were earrings, but no, it looks like more of this necklace. See? Maybe it broke off and there was two tassels. Huh. Well, that'll be easy. I'll simply cut this little jump ring here. And I'll leave that little stick on there because I kind of like the look of it. I can always take it off later. Let's see. A jump ring here that I'll cut if I can. There we go. And then I've got these two. I'll just leave those two together. So that gives me 4 leaf charms, which are really pretty. And then a neat little charm, or neat little chain I can reuse. It's got kind of a neat gold muted color to it. Now this one's simple, easy. This is a cheap necklace. It was sold as a sample. It's Tanya Creations. And is this, I gotta see if this is wire. I can't tell if it's wire or, was it wire or was it nylon? It was wire. Okay, so let's pull these beads off. And the beads are pretty cool. I'll keep this clasp together. I'll just leave that on there. And then here is the plastic going through the piece. See if I can cut that without cutting the chain. Well, I'm just gonna cut the excess off and just keep that together for now. Doesn't hurt anything. And then this gives me some really fun big plastic, and they're nice quality. They are a nice quality. You can hear the quality of them. They're nice. They feel good in your hand. They're a nice quality bead. And I don't mind using plastic sometimes. Then I got some little metal beads there. I like these little drops. These will be fun for spring, to do some fun Easter or spring projects. And then I've got, one of those little links for the, and then some little gold. Could be plastic with gold plate on them. Hard to say. That's what a lot of your gold round beads are. Then this one here is sad because it would be beautiful, but see how it's supposed to have beads around every rhinestone, and these are half missing. Those are half missing. Those are completely missing. So this one I'll store like this in my rhinestone drawer, and when I need it, I can take off what I want. Now this one's easy. All I got to do is open these jump rings. And this might be able to, yeah, I can do it probably with my, is it too tight? Oh wait, these are heavy. Okay, I need the 2 pliers. These are heavy duty jump rings. I can't, a lot of times jump rings you can bend them with your fingers and one tool, but this I cannot. So let's see. All right, see if I can close that back up. I did. And take my glasses off. I'm one of those fortunate ones, at least for me, because I'm a creator, being able to see close up. My husband cannot see close up. He can see at distances. But for him that works, but for me, I can read better without glasses. I can do my crafts better without glasses. See, I can open that up, get that chain off of there, and let's close it back up. I want to keep the jump rings on the charm or the pendant because they match it very nicely. This is hard to do, harder than you think, especially when I'm trying to be under a camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll finish doing that, and then I'll take the 2 apart there, but that's all I'm going to do is open all the jump rings, and then I'll take all these separate pieces of chain off, and I have a box that I keep all my chain in. This one, I'm going to, I think I'm going to leave this one together because look at how pretty this is. Now, where it has this rose, I think what I might do is hang a tassel of maybe beads or pearls off that little rose, the small pearls. I've got tons of these tiny little pearls. This is really pretty, a gorgeous piece, so I'll keep that intact to use as is. Now this is very annoying. These bracelets are so frustrating, and I think that's why people tend to give them away, because they get tired of them sticking to everything. And once I cut this off, I don't know how to reuse this, but it's just string, so I can use my scissors. And I'll just cut across like that. And these two, I think, are glued on. So this magnet is probably worthless once I take it apart. I don't think I can reuse it. Oh, wow. I don't know what's going on. Did they glue these beads? No. I guess they're just on there really tight. Or they glued a certain amount of them on. It looks like they're glued on, look. So I might not be able to use all of the beads on this bracelet. I might get a bunch of them. Wow. I gotta cut both sides and get what I can. But some of them are glued on. That's crazy. I've never had that happen. I've had the very top bead glued on. But I've never, maybe they're just stuck together. I don't know. Those just are glued together, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I can even reuse that. And then I'll just take everything I can off the strings and reuse it. I'll put them, I'll divide them up between the pink and the white. And yeah, some of these are glued on. I can't get them off the string, so those will just get tossed, unfortunately. Not too many though, just a few. Yeah, they're glued on. I can't get them off. But I still ended up with a good amount of beads. Let's see how many I can get off of here. I mean, it was a bracelet I was never going to use. Was not possible to sell it. I don't even know. It's like they're repelling from each other. How weird. So yeah, I got a lot of nice, and they're like some mauve, light mauve. I don't know if you can see that there's like three or four different colors there. There's like a darker pink, a lighter pink, and a white. I don't know if it's showing up, but there's definitely two pinks and a white. So I like those. Those will get used. Then this one here is very simple. I'm just gonna take off this beautiful fiber optic drop. Let's see if I have to use two pairs or just one with my finger. Oh good, that's much better. When I don't have to use the pliers, I can keep the jump ring on quite easily. There we go, and that gives me a beautiful drop. And then I'm going to leave these as charms and just open up. I won't do them all, just show you how I'm going to do it. Okay, I got to figure out which side opens, and then open. There we go. Pull the chain off and close, and then open, pull the chain off and close, and that'll give me a total of 4 little charms, beaded charms that'll go in my beaded charm box. So that'll be fun and easy to do. And then this is pretty much the same thing. It's got a lot of rings and all kinds of crazy things. So this will be a little bit harder to take apart. I've got these two-sided charms, but they also have all these rings. So I'm going to start by just taking apart these little ones, single ones. These are oval, kind of an oval. They're not round jump rings, so I don't try to save those. So these are nice quality because they're loft, they're heavy. So what I'll do is I'll pull off the single ones first, like that. Pull off one more. Okay, You know what? This is stupid. I'm just going to do this. Go on the back of the jump ring. Let's see if I can cut it. Because you want to go the opposite side from the opening, so it'll just fall off. There we go. Again, a nice, beautiful, heavy piece. And there's several of those. And then on the ones with all the stuff on them, that will be a little harder because it's got a bunch of jump rings. This is all tangled now. See, on this it's different because you have all these chains and this is wire wrapped onto there. So I'm thinking if I can cut these off, which I don't think I can with these cutters. I might see if my husband has a better pair. I don't know if I need all these rings. I don't know what to do. So this, I might have to, because I don't need all these rings on there, see? I mean, I don't need all those. I just want this piece. So I might see if my husband has a good pair of cutters where I can basically make a cut in this so that they're like giant jump rings. And then I can have these pretty wire wrapped focal pieces like this. See how pretty that is? If these were off, you have wire wrapping top and bottom. You could put a jump ring here, put a tassel and hook it on a necklace. And I've got 1, 2, 3 of those, or 4. There's all different, look at the different stones. They're absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And then this piece here is another filigree piece. And I'll just literally take each piece of filigree. Now these are really cheap filigree. So now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I'm going to do this one. It is a Rollo chain though, so I think it might be worth my time. Because even these short pieces of Rollo I could use. So I guess I'll do the same thing on there. I'll just cut these jump rings. Because I have a box that I keep all my filigree in. That one just got me in the eyeball. Well, on the eyebrow, I should say. Didn't get my eye. And then I'll have all these little filigree pieces. And then I'll have all this beautiful Rollo chain. Even little pieces can be used. So that's what I'll do there. And then this one is simply going to be tedious. I'm just going to have to open each one of these. This is a high quality piece. All the pieces are nice quality. They're heavy. The jump rings are good quality. So I'm going to have to open each of these jump rings. This is hard to do on camera because the weight of the bracelet pulls it down. I did it again. I used the wrong, did this earlier. I used the wrong tool. Oh, that broke. Okay, then these might not be openable. Some of the really shiny, pretty jump rings can't be opened. Now, some of these things like this, I can open the actual charm. That is very worn, but somebody might be able to do something with it. This one, there's nothing I can do but try to open the jump ring. Let me find my correct pliers and see if this time it'll open. Let's see if we can close it back up. It might have been because I used those wrong pliers. Yeah, it's fighting me. It's all twisted up. Yeah, that's not going to look good no matter what I do. So we won't try to save the jump rings on this piece. So I'll just open them when I can. If I can save any of them, I will. But this will be literally just taking off each charm, and I'll leave the bracelet intact. So I'll leave the toggle clasp on there. I'll just remove all the little pieces. Now this heart's in better condition than the first one. I'll remove all the pretty little pieces off of here, leave the bracelet intact. It'll go in my bracelet blank cabinet or box for making future bracelets. And I'll just take each of the charms and beads off and put them in my beaded charms, because most of them are reusable as beaded charms. So that's basically how I'm going to do all these pieces. Like I said, I won't do it on camera because it would be Right now it's a 20-minute video. It'd be an hour if I took everything apart. So that's what I've done so far. I got to finish taking all these pieces off, see if David has a better cutter that maybe we can make these into giant jump rings, where you, split jump rings, because I just want to use these gorgeous things. Maybe hook them together and make a bracelet with a bead in between. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then I've also got these pieces I can use for things as well. And I've still got this one and this one. So I've got 4 of these and 4 of these. And they're all gorgeous. And they'd be great charms on a charm bracelet. So anyway, and then I've got these smaller, they're equal to the smaller ones that were the earrings. And they're brand new ear wires. These were never worn. So I might just leave these as earrings. But that's this tray. And you can see how, and then this I'll just put in my rhinestone jewelry drawer that I can use pieces as needed. Because these are gorgeous little rhinestones that I can do something with. And some little enameled pieces as well. And luckily for me, they're jump ring together, so I don't have to pick and choose what I want to use. Like if I wanted to use both of these, put a new stone in there, and use those for earrings, I could. Same with these top ones here. Or sometimes these pieces have no jump rings, they're just made hooked together permanently, and then there's nothing you can do. And I still have this lovely chain I can use to put another kind of beaded chain or something on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. I've got so much more to take apart, and I can only do so much at a time. So this is the last video I'm recording, which should give me about 15 videos for like 3 weeks worth of videos. And then I will start taking more apart, but I want to get some ornaments done and some jewelry done. So I need to take a break from this, but I didn't even make a dent, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got this box, that box, and let me see if I can show you the box of jewelry I still have to go through. It's in the corner of my dining room here. Let's see, I'll take you around. Do you see that bottom box down there? How full it is? And those are cookie cutters above it. But see how full that is? That is all jewelry I've got to take apart, in addition to this and that. So it's going to take me months to get it all taken apart. So I'll just be doing this a little at a time and just sharing with you what I'm doing. But that's the end of this video, and I'll be back soon. This will be the last one. When this one shows, that means I've now recorded a bunch of new ones. So I'll be back soon. Bye.